Hey guys, it's me. I'm sneaking on a little bit early. I want to do this snowman, so I'm going to paint him. I seen this on Pinterest. He's evidently some kind of doll or something, but I thought he'd be adorable. It's like some cards. I got some stock ready for some cards, and I got a couple small canvases. I'm not sure which size I'm going to use. And what else? I made myself some little cards, so we'll do a card. In the meantime, as you know, we're doing Christmas in July for the month in the regular group, in this group. So you can just post it, and you can win a prize. Nobody's posted anything yet, so a little much lipstick on. I was really white today, people. I had to put some blush on. I've been going out in the sun, but I've been like not doing my face too much. I'm worried about anything around my eye. So anyways, let's see what else. We got the card group, the ATC group, Artist Trading Card. Anybody wants to send me cards, I'll send you, I'll put you in for a prize. Only 2 people did last month, so I sent them actually artwork cards that I had done. So you can be in for prizes. I got like all kinds of stuff to give out here. I got more stuff to give out, mostly art supplies. So get your name in, but get in the group, put your whatever you did, even if it's just Christmas stuff, just put it up and I will put you in for a prize. Anybody that mails me anything, my address is on the top. It says chats. In the general chat is my address, and you can mail me a Christmas card. And then you'll have another prize, a chance for 2 prizes. So in the meantime, I told you I do some readings, and I had a couple books that were in storage. I think there's another one still. And the one I started reading it, one of my friends got it. I wasn't too thrilled about it, but this other one I think I'm going to like. The other one was called Flamingo something, and I wasn't. This one is called Everything is Figure Outable. I'm going to make a list here eventually of the books that we've used, and she, one of the reviews was from Elizabeth Gilbert, which, you know, I love Big Magic, which is a book that I read out of. Says this book will change your life, will change lives, Elizabeth Gilbert. So anyways, it's called Everything is Figure Outable by Marie Forleo, I think. So there's just one little paragraph in here. I like it when I can get to a book and there's something I like in the book. I'll highlight stuff. That's how I can tell if I like the book a lot. I will highlight it too. I don't like trashing my book too much though. You know, I see people that do that. I will just use bookmarks all over the place. Anyways, in the beginning of the book, it tells you all kinds of stuff, but it basically what it's telling you is that you can figure out stuff, you know. Even if you think you can't, you might end up with a different solution, but you can. So I'm just going to read this. It's called Excuse Number 3 for not doing things. It says, pertaining to art, we're not going to spend much time on this excuse because honestly, it's weak. We live, excuse number 3, I don't know how, I don't know where to start. That's the excuse. We're not going to spend much time on this excuse because honestly, it's weak. We live in a most unprecedented time in human history with the ever-growing miracle known as the internet. You learn the fundamentals of virtually any topic or skill within minutes, often 100% free of charge, in the privacy of your own home. In their book, Abundance, author Peter Diamandis and Stephen Kotler write, right now, a Messiah warrior with a cell phone has a better mobile phone capabilities than the President of the United States did 25 years ago. And if he's on a smartphone with access to Google, then he has better access to information than the president did 15 years ago. No matter what it is that you want to learn, your answer likely already exists. It already has been explained in a book, online, or some form of media. Or it can be learned directly from another person through a class, tutoring, mentorship, apprenticeship, etc. Or you might arrive at an aha moment through meditation, prayer, journaling, or even a spontaneous insight in the shower. In this day and age, there's no shortage of information available to you. Once you commit and get started, use every idea in the chapter and the rest of this book to keep going until you figure it out. The art of eliminating excuses means embracing the fact that your dreams aren't made or broken by anyone but you. So I got a lot of reading to do because I like to break rules. So anyways, everything is figure outable. So it sounds like it's going to be a really good book. I read through a little bit of it. So if you want the, more information on that book, I will even send you a link. It's most of these are on, all these are on Amazon. All right, in the meantime, this is the guy I want to do. Here he is again. Isn't he cute? You'll see there's a couple others that I listed. They're in the scroll, you know, on your in the Artsy Rose group. All of those can be downloaded. I got all those off Pinterest and I resized them and, you know, made them so you can use them. So I thought the Christmas tree with the shells was fun because you could just do that by hand. And if you got any kind of Santa Claus, I thought the stars are kind of cute. It made it look a little beachy, you know. So all of those are done. You can cut them up. You can copy over, just put a piece of copy and paper underneath them and trace it onto a, whatever. If you're clever with your copier, you could even downsize them, make it smaller. So it really depends on how you're good with that stuff. So let me see if you guys are up here. I'm putting it up right now. The internet was really wonky the last couple of days. I didn't find out what that Microsoft thing is. So I started last week. I hit it twice. I got thrown off. All kinds of strange things happen. Of course, full moon too. I blame everything in the full moon. All right. They say the guy got a Nobel Peace Prize. Here I am. Here you guys are. Zillions of gallons of water from the moon go across the ocean floors, and we're 99% water. He's proved what goes on with animals and why the fish swim this way during the moon and whatever. So if you feel a little cranky or a little weird, it has something to do with it. I know my husband was in the Navy. I used to do the Navy guys that worked off base doing hair, and a lot of the nurses were men, believe it or not. There was women too. And they talked about nobody wanted to work, you know, the weekend of full moon, especially payday full moon. And my daughter's a nurse. She's been a nurse over 20 years, a long time. And she's the same thing. Just something happens, you know, I don't know what, but I swear to God, sometimes the weirdos follow me home. I swear to God. And whenever I worked in the salon, I worked in the malls. There was something about a payday, you know, like the first of the month, you know, whatever. It's crazy, right? So have had some of the strangest luck on a full moon weekend, and I've had some of the best luck. So it feels like it's going to be bad. I just stay home. So I noticed a full moon last night. So there you go. But that Microsoft thing was a big thing this week. So, but that Microsoft thing, or whatever, the Micron or. So that explained a few things. And what's funny is, you know, my phone is a business phone and a regular phone. And I get a lot of like Google and all kinds of business stuff. And they drive me nuts. And I got phone calls, but they were non-existent. I mean, if I don't get 30 a day of just like stupid phone calls, and I got all this stuff on my phone to take stuff off, and I can't get rid of all the notifications, and some of them are like medical stuff that I use or, you know, information I need for different things for my business. So I need my notifications. So I will take them off once in a while. I've just about had it. But it was really kind of quiet the last couple of days, and I do believe whatever it was, it affected it. So interesting, right? So anyways, so let me put this down, and I'm gonna kind of trace these on to the cards. Or one card I'm gonna do, and then one I think I'm gonna do a good size one. These are just dollar store. My daughter went last week and said, I'll pick me up a few of those. They're fun they fit on my thing here, and I can size them up later or size them down. And really, they're not bad. I don't know where to get these from. There was, at one point, there was some that weren't so great. Like, they weren't even on here even. But then I've had it happen with Michaels. So, you know, let me put this over here. So they're not too bad. If you feel like it's a little too scratchy, because they're a little stiff, you could put a thing of gesso over this and sand it down a little bit. Keep doing it to get smooth, which is what people that do art do. There's gesso already on it. It's already pre-gessoed. You can see that's what linen looks like. It's a little darker. So you could do that, or you could just paint a couple layers of white paint, and that'll kind of take out those little lines and stuff, which I happen to like because I like the texture. It's not so even, but anyways, and here is, I took, it's heavy duty 140-pound watercolor paper, and I just cut it in half and then I folded it. So now I got a card. All right, I did a couple of those, and here's the picture again. I'm just gonna take a pencil, and I'm just gonna make a belly, a butt, and a head. So let me just make sure I got this sharp. I'm on a little bit early today. I'm kind of doing a lot of cleaning and stuff. It's, you know, something I'll jump on. A lot of people rewatch now. I just think it's summertime. There's like, you know, all kinds of summertime stuff, you know. Oh, showers and weddings, and you want to be outside. You want to be in here looking at me. It's usually a slow season anyways, so this kind of worked out good because I wanted to take it easy for a while. So much going on this last year with the house and medical stuff, and I'm down 20 pounds, people. Down 20 pounds. I had my doctor's appointment, 20 pounds. It took me forever, but I did it. Okay. Yeah. I had a little help, but you need help, you need help. My blood pressure is like beautiful. Oh my God. So next time I go, we're gonna see if I can get off some, and then I'm just gonna make 3 little mounds here. I'm not even gonna make them real. Don't worry about them being easy. You want them a little wonky, just like the picture. They're not perfect. They're almost the same size, and then this head is bigger. So, you know, that's what I'm looking at, anyways. So kind of use your own judgment. Don't freak out. And I think the whole thing with the lei and the skirt and the sunglasses, I think it's adorable. So that's what I'm going to do. This might even be a Christmas time project. And while I was looking for this, didn't I have some other ideas? So I had to write a few things down. So I go look at it. Like, you can't really copy stuff, but I get ideas. And I have a couple ideas from one thing, and I see something from, so they call it Frankensteining. I see something from another thing. I'm like, you know, if I did these two together, that would look really cute. So then, you know, not necessarily, but in theory. So I wrote it down. So I'm already working on my Halloween and fall stuff, guys, because I got most of the Christmas stuff or summertime stuff done. I got one more thing I'm gonna do for my membership people, and then just kind of sketch this in real quick. They ain't gotta be perfect. And then I'm just gonna kind of, I'll put my flowers in later. And there's just gonna be some flowers here. And there's gonna be some arms. I think I'm gonna do the background, like just like blue water. I'm gonna do it like in a blue. And then I can do these little flowers here, here. So, all right. And there's like a carrot nose too. Okay. All right. So, and then I think nice basic colors, white and blue, and then some bright oranges and pinks and greens and yellows, and that'll do the rest of it. So, I'm going to start out with doing the background. I'm just going to get a small, what's up here? A small round brush, whatever you got. I'll get a round, small round. Some paper towels. So yeah, just you got till the 31st to get the card to me. The last time somebody got there right on the 30th, but it was a couple of days I would have counted it. And I sent her, she liked her card, the prize. I send out this artwork. The stuff you've been seeing me doing, at some point you might win it or get it in the mail. So, yeah. I'm just cleaning today. I was going to go swimming and I don't know. Just cleaning, a little gardening when I get done here. My daughter, I told you, was in that, they had a, right at her store, right in that area there, they had a tornado, which never happens up here. We had like 5 tornadoes the day before. in different areas, but New York State might get a tornado once every 100 years or something. So weather is changing, guys. It's been so hot. We've had 4 heat waves. We're lucky if we get one. You know, we're down like 100 inches of snow, which is really strange because usually it's we call hard pack. It'll stay like that the whole winter, and it will get like a spring melt. Well, hard pack, spring melt, hard pack, spring melt, hard pack, and then finally it just kind of stops snowing. You know, just really cold. And that ice on the roads is lethal. You know, just lethal, dangerous. So that's the kind of winters we've been having. So, you know, forget the cold. And as weird as our plants kind of expect it, I got some cobalt blue and some white. They kind of expect it, and they don't get enough snow cover, and things start to happen. We get that thaw, and the plants will heave themselves out of the ground. You get out there and push them in. Sometimes that don't work. They're just used to the hard pack and the bulk of the snow on them. I'm not making that up. I've always been a huge garden. So I'm just going to add just the tiniest bit of blue. Not a lot. So I mean, just a lot of white, a little bit of blue. And I'm just going to kind of go around and encapsulate this a little bit. Kind of randomly making little shapes. Maybe even a little, how about like a teal green in that? Just like, you know, just the tiniest bit. You don't need much. Not much. So yeah, strange weather. I know we're all having it. A little bit of that greenish blue is nice. Mix right into that blue I made. There you go. It ain't gotta be perfect because we're gonna come back over and do this in white. And I always add a little color to my white when I'm doing snow. I just never solid white because it doesn't really show up. You know, snow has, depending on where it is, it has shadows, and in the city it might have some gray from the roads, and in the country it might have a little brown from the old trees, you know, rotted leaves. But generally there's at least blue or violet in it. There's always different colors. Not that there isn't true white, but in a painting you really need to put a little bit of color in that. If you want it to be a little bit realistic. I mean, you don't have to do anything, really. Just telling you. It does help. It's usually blue or violet. I got a violet out here just for that reason, which I'm going to use more in his body. So this is just blue and white, and just a touch of that green if you want it. You don't have to. Just like giving options so people got some ideas, or maybe that's the color you've got on hand. You could use a little green and white. You know, whatever you got. Don't like go around and spend a lot of money. I try to use what I have, you know. And if I happen to run out of something, I'll go look and see what I got before I go out and buy something, because I have a lot of paint. And that happens a lot of times when I do classes. I haven't done it in a while. I'll have like 6 bottles left of something that I thought they would use, or they did. You know, sometimes you'll get somebody that will use one color to death. That maybe had black in it, and you're thinking, oh, I need to buy 4 more bottles of black because these people get carried away with the black. You end up using 1 bottle, and they were all very conservative with the black. They're like, what's up? So then you got black for a while, you know. So then, you know, same thing. You think you got plenty of yellow, you stick, you got next thing you know, you ain't got no yellow, you know. You went through 8 bottles of yellow. I do the small bottles a lot. I do big ones too, but normally I do the small ones. So then a little diversity of color. They're easier to not worry about anybody getting themselves wet with a gallon of paint. So you can see I got like all these different colors. It's kind of pretty. All different blues and greens. Put this light on up here if I get my other light on. You see that? Blues and greens on here. Oh, it's kind of shiny. Let me turn it a little bit. Turn a little bit too much light. Alright. So, now, I don't really need to rinse this brush, so I'm going to kind of wipe it off a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to get a little bit of a violet. You got a choice. You could do like this purple violet, the purple iris, or I'm thinking I might just do this, maybe a bit of the vivid violet, the pinkish one. So I can mix it in with this blue I got in here. Just a tiny bit. Not a lot of colors in this until you get to the flowers, which is so fun. I can't wait to do them in the glasses. Then I'll do a card too. I'll show you how to do a card. So now basically, you did 3 balls, and you sketched them with a pencil, but you could do anything you want. And you did the background in some blue and white, and a little bit of color if you want to. So I'm going to come in here just to make sure this is all covered. I'm just going to do straight white first, which will show up better because I did color on the outside of this. Just get the shape in the way I want it. Maybe it's a tad bigger. Yeah, so I just have this idea what I'm going to do for pumpkins. You always do pumpkins. Pumpkins and sunflowers, they're like so just like fall, right? You know? Churches and leaves and trees and just orange, you know? Fall colors. Probably seems kind of stupid, but it's better to have a few things ready than you kind of get in the mode. And if anybody wants to buy anything or I need something quick to figure out and that happens, then I got it somewhere, you know. I think I got stuff from last year I had to go through my books. So I got to thinking about it. I think there's one thing I didn't even get to, didn't even do it. Happens. I'll do this in white too. I'll be able to see these little glasses. This will make a cute little card too. Christmas in July. Alright. So now I'm going to do, while this paint is all still wet, I'm going to pick up that pinkish color and a lot of white, maybe a touch of that blue, just a touch, so you get kind of a violet color. See that, how pretty that is? And you're going to go through just around the edges and put that color in. I got it on there pretty thick around the face. A little darker, I think, just a tad more, like this. A little darker. And then what you do is you dry the brush off, and while it's all still nice and wet, kind of start bringing it towards the middle. Keep the strokes roundish. Always follow the contours and the shape of your subject. And then you got yourself this nice, like, shadowed white. If you feel like you got too dark, add a little white. Not dark enough, add a little blue or purple. I need a little more white here. See, so now the edges kind of show up, if you can see that. The edges kind of show up a little bit. You see that? Because you added that darker color. I got so much light over here today. Let me change this. Just too much light. Okay, so the most important part is going to be putting in all those flowers and stuff. You can even like maybe, oh, wait down here, maybe there's some snow on the pool, right? So snow on the pool. Yeah, so these days, you know, there's so much information out there. When I started painting, you kind of had to, people did that though. We took classes, people didn't have the phone like they got now. And I just kind of took a class, I didn't know anybody, you know, my husband was out to sea, my friend's like, go take this class. And so I went and took it, and I fell in love, made a few friends. Next thing you know, I'm painting. But I had to take the classes, and then I got accepted in the studio, and then I always made time to, when the kids went to bed or whatever, to paint a little bit. It was just me and the kids. My husband was out to sea. Let's just darken this back up just a little tiny bit, I'm gonna. So, that's how I learned. So then, you know, I found out about Bob Ross. Never heard of him. Like, so, you know, I'm watching him on, if I was home, I always was working. Saturdays is a big money day, Friday and Saturday. He was on Saturday afternoons. And I found other ones to watch. And it was all kinds at the art store down there. They have a list there and here of different places you can go and get, like, just watch artists work. You just sit there and watch them. You know, if you've ever been to those ones where they do different studies, they got them here too. They got where they do naked people volunteer. You don't necessarily have to paint. If you're an artist, you can sit there and watch. So I did a lot of that kind of stuff. And it was, like I said, free. There was a group of us, we went all over, and we were just kind of hang out, and, oh, they're doing this, and oh, they're doing that, and maybe you'd be out buying paints in the art store, and you'd see say, hey, they always had something up on near the desk. They still do. They got like a bulletin board, and you can like go watch people paint. So, and I really am very tactile. I learn a lot from just watching people. So I darkened it up a little bit. All right, so now I want to do some. I want to need a little tiny brush. I want to start doing some little like flowers. Is this too tiny? Let's see. Well, maybe not. Let me add some white to this pink. And I'm just going to kind of make a little thing of flowers around the neck. So I would just go and whoever the group of us that were together, and we just like go over and find some different places to go, and or I go over myself sometimes. And I learned a lot doing that. And then you're with some of the people that I was with, they were just learning, but then there was some that had been doing it for a while. So I learned a lot from them too, you know. So you just get in with a group of people just like you. And pick up all kinds of classes and learn about where all the sale stuff is. And there was one that had died and they auctioned off her stuff. I bought some of her stuff. Things like that. I'm just making little tiny flowers like summer pink. And then let's see, now we need some orange ones. Definitely some orange ones, right? So let me tell you, this story goes on and on because then, you know, there was tapes you got, which I didn't have no money. So I had to go do the free stuff. I had no money for none of that. So I was on my own. And, you know, back then they were, you know, the VCA was a big thing with the VC, whatever they are. Tapes was a big thing. I could never afford them. So I would just go for the free stuff or pick up a class and just practice. And if I happened to find, you know, a free class on TV, I was thrilled. Well, now there's so much information. They came up with YouTube. I still love YouTube. Now they want you to pay though. I refuse to pay. So I'm just kind of just randomly making some flowers. You got to kind of just figure out a few here and there that you want to do. There's different colors in here. They got to have some green too. Let's put some green in there. Got to have some leaves, right? Try to make it a little tropical looking. Well, that's how I got started. And practice. Of course, I think when we weren't on those darn phones all the time, we had more time. I tell a story about my granddaughter. They were raised on a farm. And they didn't have money to buy their kids all those fancy phones. And you can't really get a lot of that stuff way up in the country where they live. They have a lot of land. And so she learned how to crochet and play the piano. She can play any instrument. She knows how to read music. So she can play any instrument on if you know. Well, I was fascinated, but you don't hear about that too much because the kids are in the city, so if they don't go take the lessons or something, they don't learn that stuff anymore. It's kind of sad. You know, it's not just taking them off the phone, it's just, you know, it's just the way it is. But there's so much information out there now. The problem with YouTube and those things, if you want to learn stuff, is there's too much. So it's better if you can learn from a person like me, because then you learn things that I know and other artists know, and you're not confused, because like you go look up brushes or something, 85,000 things on brushes. You get so confused so fast. Kind of mixing some extra colors in here. So that's how I feel sometimes. I'm like, so I end up falling in love with certain artists, you know, that I go and watch on YouTube or whatever. And I do that because I'm familiar with their work and I know what they're talking about. So, you know, you're not all over the place. See, I'm just kind of adding a bunch of colors. So now I got kind of a lei, right? And there's like a belly button and there's a little skirt. So let's do like the blue skirt. Let's do blue and white. I'm kind of going as close as I can to the picture. You see the picture? It looks to be like some kind of stuffed animal or something, and they decorated it up. It's cute. Oops. All right, so now I'm gonna do the little skirt. I'm gonna make a card out of this too. I'm just doing right now. I'm just doing a little little picture. I think I'm gonna save this for Christmas. Told you guys I bought a pink Christmas tree. Pink. Yes, I did. I never even got a chance to put it up. Too much stuff happened. Still in the box. My daughter bought some pink ornaments, and she made a pink, crocheted a pink tree skirt for it. So I had to downsize. I had a massive tree. Massive. I have a lot of ornaments, so I don't think I'll be using all them. I might give them away or something. Do something with them. Donate them. See what the kids want. So just kind of make a little, you don't have to be perfect, a little skirt. And it's like she's got little, let's just do little hula lines here. Little hula lines. And then they got the green here too, some green. I'm just gonna kind of make it fun. Oops, some water. Like I said, a lot of people rewatch now, so if you rewatch, just put hashtag rewatch, so I know that you watch it. If you like it, like it. It helps me a lot when I'm deciding certain things that I put on, because I get no interest, so you kind of gotta. So you'll see me do surveys once in a while because I'm not really sure what to put on or what to do. That's why. Because you want to get the people, and you want to get enough views and stuff. Facebook will pay you a little bit too. I mean, you don't make a ton, but it's good they let you know what's been watched and stuff. But rewatches are popular. I think people are just busy. So let me put a little more red in that one. Just a little more red. Let's see if I get any red over here. So I didn't think I had any red. I went clean my thing out. Guess what I got? Lots of. I found 3 bottles of red. They're all different. But I never find one I really like, and I like this one. I had another whole bottle. It's called Red Pepper. It's an old patio paint from Deco Art. I really like it. Let's put a little red in here too. Choo. Nice and bright. Put it here too, a little redder. So anyways, we get going here. We got a little fun looking thing here. Now let's do the hat. I guess you call it the hat. They look almost like poinsettia flowers, a few of them, kind of. Probably could even use a smaller brush, but we'll just do this. Kind of poinsettia looking. These ones up here. And then they got like yellow, which I got no yellow out. Let me see. We'll just use the orange, I think. We'll use the orange that's already out. Use some orange next to it. Oops. And I think I will have to get a yellow. I think I'm getting low on yellow too, but like I said, I gotta go look in my box. What do I got? What do I got? Been trying to use just what I got. I haven't really been buying anything. I don't think I got any yellow over here. I don't think I do. So anyway, so those other in the group, you'll see those other pictures. You can download them and cut them up. I got no yellow. Let's do a purple. And use them for whatever. You can use them for a background. You can cut them up into pieces. You can downsize them. You can blow them up. They'll come out on a regular size piece of copy paper like this one is. And you can just put that down on a canvas with a piece of that copy paper underneath it. And then just trace the shape. And then you could do this painting too. Do purple. Choo. Here. I need green for some leaves. Yeah, so this is cute, right? Gonna need some little sunglasses. And I'm just doing my own thing. I'm not doing exactly like the picture. I'm just doing my own thing. I don't want that bright green. I want that bright green. This is that jewel green. Really bright and pretty. Then he's gonna need some sunglasses. colors. All right, orange nose. Let's do his orange nose. Kind of. And we need some big sunglasses, so I'm just going to do 2 big blue circles first. It's almost all sunglasses over here. Should have done that nose next. Let me just kind of. I don't know if these are very correctly shaped, but close enough. I need some black. A little black. Then we gotta make yours little coal mouths. I guess that's coal, right? Okay. I'm gonna rinse my brush out a little bit. Let that dry. I'm gonna kind of tint that in a little bit. Let's do the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They got quite a few there. I'm just gonna. It would probably be better if I do the end of the brush, right? Yeah. Hey, Joellen. Yeah, I jumped on a little bit early. I do that. My daughter's on her way. I kind of wanted to catch up with her. It's been a heck of a couple days for her. She had to come in. She's not usually here. She's usually at work out there, but you know, they had that tornado, so she had to come all the way back here to use the computer at the store that she used to work here. The payroll, she has to do payroll, so I catch up with her, see what's going on. Should be here any minute. So I'll be doing my class. She knows. Kind of cover up where I get that pinky mark. I always put my pinky down and I make a mess. Alright, so I'm going to take this black. Yeah, so I seen this. I said, now this is a cute Christmas in July. I think anybody could really do this. I mean, I'm hoping you guys can know how to do a snowman. It's just 3 white balls. That's all it really is. Alright, do it again over here. Always do that. Blue. Little blue. Alright, so now there's like a couple, you can do more, I'm going to do 2 of these little, maybe a little bigger. Then he needs some arms. So you could just do some black and white, gray. And then just kind of wonkily make some little arms, black and white, mostly black. Make a gray. You got yourself a little Christmas in July snowman. Now you could do this little black and white. You can kind of highlight around the edges here and there if you want to show off the shape a little bit. A little bit of white. I don't like it too dark, so I'm going to put a little white on it. I think his nose could be a little bit long. It's not long in the picture, but I personally like a little long nose there. Okay. So now you got yourself kind of a, I guess, like a Hawaiian luau. Hey, Diana, snowman. Isn't that fun? That is a good idea. So I'm going to try making I'm going to make a, isn't it cute? Christmas in July. This might actually be good for Christmas. I might do a big one for Christmas, right? I'm going to do one on one of my cards. Isn't he cute? I think he's adorable. You could put a little bit of boots on him too if you wanted to. You could, there's a lot you could do with this. Maybe put a sled, a pair of skis in his hand, or maybe just about anything that's beachy would look good on him too, really. Just trying to come up with Christmas in July this month. I didn't think there was something to do. Well, I came up with quite a few ideas, so have fun, guys. Isn't he cute? I really do like him. A little more gray. I kind of want to show a chin in here a little bit. It'll create some little shadows here. So I did a little reading, so if you guys go back to the beginning, you can see I did a little inspirational reading. I feel like he needs more little. I don't like 4, I like 5. There you go. Snow. Or beach maybe, I don't know. Not sure. Not sure. Whatever you want. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Something different. Sometimes you do something different, it's fun, you know what I mean? You get sick of the same old, same old. That was definitely fun. He might go in the kitchen when Christmas gets here. Alright, so now I'm going to do a small one for a card. This will probably end up going to somebody. So anybody that sends me a card, my address is in the chat group. Hey, Cindy girl. Diana, I think I said hi. Didn't I say hi? So if you go to the chat group, the general chat, my address is in there. If you send me a card, more than likely you're going to get a prize because only 2 sent me last time. I think the time before that I got like 3 or 4 or something. I got the most I got so far. I had 13 people enter the first time. Only 7 sent me. So I have it. So you mail it to me because I mail them out and I don't get anything back. So if you want to do an ATC card, I will send you one back or send you a prize or both. Depends. So it's in the chat group or the general chat. And anybody else in my regular group, this group, if you do a painting, post it. Christmas in July, anything that you do. And that goes up for a prize. If I get one person wins it. I get 10 people, I got to pick a few people. So, and more than likely it'll be some of this artwork. I still got a lot of it. I gave away 4 pieces the last week. I seen one of them got their stuff. Ain't they cute, Diana? Yeah, so it's right in the chat group. You gotta send it by the 31st. Because then we'll be starting August stuff after that. Alright, so I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. I'm gonna get me a pencil. And I'm gonna make some shapes. I'm gonna make some big balls. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make some snowballs. Alright, let's see. Yeah, so this is just, you could go buy cardstock, which I don't do because I think it's ridiculous unless I find a really good sale. And I got so much of this watercolor paper, it's heavy duty, you can hear it, it's heavy. But you could also use cardboard off the back of a cereal box and cover it up with some white paper. There's a lot you could do without spending a ton of money. You know I'm really into that. I love doing mixed media. We did this last time if you guys were on. And this is like from a trees, Christmas trees, Little Debbie's, which are so, I'm in love with those damn things. They're so bad for me. I did this on the back of a business card, which I'm thinking this is really a good thing. I'm wondering how I can do something with this. I can copy this on a machine. I got that off that package too. And then I sent you some pictures. And these are from off of, these are actually flamingos that were great, like $188 like Home Depot. I just copied the picture and sized it and blew it up and made it so you could copy it, made it into a JPEG. So anyways, those are in there actually. You can copy them. I gotta put everything in the guides. I haven't done it, but yesterday I was cutting up these. These are those boxes you get all these with your tissues in them. I says, you know, those are kind of interesting patterns, don't you think? I mean, I could copy them onto something, or I could just, you know, put some white paper on the back for a thank you note. I mean, you could do a lot with these. Put stickers on them. So, you know, get yourself a little stash going. So anyways, that stuff that's in there, I put a Santa with star glasses, and what else did I put? Something else. I didn't do copies. Because those can be used for like ephemera. All right, so let me do same thing. Smaller though. I need small brushes. If you have them, if you don't want to use brushes, you could do this with watercolor pens. This is watercolor paper, or watercolors, which would probably be really pretty. Oops, let me just go like this. And I think I've told you guys this, but I gave these out for prizes a couple times. I don't know if I got any left, but white erasers are the best. I mean, I use these up on the ends, but they tend to leave a pink or a brown smudge if you get carried away and you don't quite get something the way you want. But when you make sure you draw lightly, you can go over heavy later. But the white erasers, polymer, and you can get really fancy kneaded erasers, but you don't need that unless you're doing a lot of drawing. So I got 3 of these. Soft center a little bit. Let me go back. See, it doesn't leave like a lot of funny residue, you know what I'm saying? Now, I haven't seen them lately. This is school. I'm gonna go look because this is the best time to buy this kind of stuff when school starts. I think that could be bigger. I don't know where it is. I lost it somewhere, but I have a round eraser and a pencil sharpener. They only like $3, $2. And I got that at Wally World. I love that thing, but I think it's over in this box over here. I need this. See, you can just adjust it. It's not set in gold till you get the way you want it. And don't make it real round. Kind of a little wonky. It's actually kind of cool. It kind of looks more realistic a little bit. You know, if you want an impressionistic look, especially. All right, so I got those 3 little things. So I came in with, I don't know how small brushes I got. I'm just gonna kind of use the one I was using. No, and the bigger one. I want something so I can get a pretty good size. But here's an angle one. That's good too. And I'm just gonna do the same thing. I used the cobalt blue, little white. But then I add a little bit of this pink. Oh, no, I'll take that back. Oh, you could use this though. I used the green, but this is a pretty color too, so we'll just go with that for now. Get it off the brush. Oh, a little too dark. That dark's okay, but I want it a little bit lighter. You want it too light because you want this white snowman to show, but you do need some color behind here. I used the white, blue, and green last time, which I can transition to the other side, which is fine. White. I got a dirty brush now, so I can add a little bit of that green, just a tiny bit. Put it in with some white, not too dark. So I have a little color now. That's cool. Snow actually has some color to it when you're painting. It does have color a little bit, not much. It can be real tricky. Same thing when you're doing water; it can be tricky. But yeah, it has a little color. People loved I used to do these snowmen. I don't remember what they look like anymore. And I used to sell more of those cards. Oh my God, people just loved them. And my only trick that I had was, I had this one color, and I don't even remember the name of it. It was a one color purplish blue. And I used it on all my snowmen. And people loved them. I sold more of those stupid cards. I'm right at my station, Christmas time. Sold out like crazy. I couldn't make them fast enough. That's a good thing when you can't make something fast enough. So use a little color. It looks really good. I bring no water. I'm kind of thirsty. All right. Lighten it up just a tad more here. I'm not worried about the edges. I'm gonna come back in with some white. And this is, it could be a water background because this has a water background, or it could be a snow background. It could be either one. So now I get me a small brush, and the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure I get all the lines in this pretty much covered in just solid white. Doing the same thing we did with the other one. A little different because it's smaller. So you want a small brush. And like I said, you could do this, and if you want to do the details with like your Posca pens, you could do that too. You could also, I could see this, and I'm thinking I might like to do this in watercolor. I just think this is so cute. Different. Always trying to come up with something other people didn't do, you know. Like that 4th of July, I came up with that cowboy hat. Nobody did that. But you watch, next holiday somebody will. Yep. I've seen one like in a silver someone had done, but I'd never seen it done in red, white, and blue, so. Alright, so I got this all in white. And then what I did was what did I do? I took the pink, that vivid violet, and the white, and a little bit of blue, so it gives like a nice violet. Pink, they cobalt blue, and some white. Oh no, that's too much. Blue, pink. You want color in this as you're going to white it now, and you're going to go right around the edges. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Then you're going to drag it towards the middle while it's still wet. You can add white if you need to. Keep it wet. You could just use, I got a spray bottle here. You could just use a spray bottle. It's my trick for people that kind of move a little slow. Get yourself a spray bottle. Don't soak it, just keep it damp so you can move a little faster and have a little more time to shade and blend. You should always have a spray bottle in your station here. Now see that got a little too pink? You go back in with some white, whiten it all up. No big thing. Just get it while it's wet. So acrylic paint. You gotta mix some colors to get some different shapes and stuff, you know. Blue in there, blue. Same thing here. Mix that in, shade it. Pick up some white. Paper towels. Anyways, that's how you do it. I could have used a little bigger brush, but we're okay. Get you a brush. It's drying real quick, and I could add some white. Not too thick, because remember we gotta put some flowers in here too. Make them look a little Hawaiian. We gotta have some sunglasses. You can shade wherever you want. Like you do a little shading there if you want to, and you can blend it out. Some white. If you keep it dark around the edges, and then you shows more of the shape up. Blue. She came home yesterday night. Just all day in like 4 or 5 inches of, she came right in, threw her sneakers right out. She had 2 hours sleep. She laid in that couch and didn't move for I don't know how long. She's tired. They got a lot of the other managers there now, and they got a company that would help me when they put that car through my house. It's a professional company. They come in, they tear down tiles, and they take out wet clothes, and they take out burnt items. I mean, they go, basically they kind of deconstruct what needs to be fixed at a later date, clean it all out. It's quite the work. You know, special dryers and ionizing, and I had my stuff, you know, specially stored, and, you know, because, you know, it gets smelly, all that oil and stuff that was there. My mother had a fire, that's different, but those companies are equipped to do everything, I'm telling you. So I'm just kind of adding color around the edges and whitening it out and following the direction of the snowman. Then you could like come back and you could darken up around the edges if you want to, just to give it a little more shape. I need my big brush for that. So yeah, so they were, well, they had demolition crews there. I think they were deciding who's going to be back and what other stores that people can go to. You know, because they had 70 employees in her store, so she's busy. Oh, I think you talk on the phone all day too. I remember, like, I had my own salon. You know, I had my own business for 15 years, and then I worked for somebody else. I was always self-employed though, for around 10, and then I had my own business again for 10, and then I worked in the mall for a while. So, you know, salons come and go, but anyways, I did better when I was on my own. So that's two of the jobs. People had so many financial problems. That's why I ended up having to leave. But we left together the last time. We all went together. It worked out great because we'd been together for so long anyways. But when you were on the phone all day, you peter out. You can only take so much. I don't know how people are on that. Of course, you don't really talk on the cell phone all day. So now we got a lot of color in the background, and we got a lot of color in our snowman. We can still white them out wherever we want to. And I got this little tiny brush, and I'm not gonna really even try to make like flowers. I'm just gonna kind of go in here and just start adding little drops of brush strokes and just add different colors. I got a red. See how I'm just making these little spots? I got an orange. And then I'll add some little green, and it'll look like a little flower hat. What would you call these? Like a head wreath. Yeah, there you go, flower wreath. Like that. And I'm gonna let that dry a minute before I mess with the glasses. And same thing on the bottom. I'm just gonna start kind of bring it down to the shoulders here because it kind of comes around this way. And just kind of make a little bunch of those leaves. Different colors. There's orange too. And here, ooh, little clump. You know, I'm still dealing with the stuff from the trailer. Trailer from the house. I gotta keep putting it off. It's really weird how they do it. It's all I can tell you is everything that I replaced, that I had to replace, they paid me for, but they give it to you at what they think the value is. Sometimes it's a little higher, usually it's lower. But now that I've had to replace those items, which I wish they had told me, I have to go and account for all those items, and then whatever the difference is, they'll pay me, which is wonderful. It might be cheaper, it might be more. Do you know how much crap? A lot. So I got lists. So I got a year. Yes, Christmas themed. Christmas themed. Yeah. Yes, Diana. Yes. So it's mess. This is going on. It's over a year now. I'm still messing with it. My sister, my mother, was so sick. She finally gave up after they had a fire where lightning had hit the tree next to the house. It was an old mulberry tree, which I missed that tree. I know it was messy. I used to make jam off that tree. Anyways, it hit the house, set all her ornaments and all her decorations. She had a crap load. We love how Christmas. On fire. It set the house on fire. So, and my mother had Alzheimer's. She was in a wheelchair. She was out of her mind. And here that happened. And, you know, they don't adjust to other places. They moved in with my brother. And So my sister had, my sister works a very good job, and she's salaried, and the hours, and I helped her when I could, me and her. So it was, since she got nurses and stuff, we managed it, but it was a lot. And then his mother was sick too at the same time. They died 2 weeks apart. I lost my mind I literally lost my mind. He told me it was exhaustion. She started running, which I think has really helped her a lot. She's a runner, boy. Anyways, I got off subject, so yeah. They came in and, they took all the stuff out, the wet clothes, and my brother owns a dry cleaning business, and they affiliate with this company, and they go through and they do all this special ionization, they get all the smell out and do repairs, and so that's this. I don't know what the big commercial companies do, but it's a lot of work. And they were wonderful to me. Kept all my stuff in storage till I was ready to get it. Insurance company paid for all of it. It was just insane though, Poor mom. She just kept saying, I want to go home, It was so bad. So I imagine that there's a lot of the girls that are really upset. Some of them have been there a long time, so it's kind of a small town, so they're going to be traveling. I don't know. I imagine they'll give mileage and stuff, so I don't know. Not good. I don't think FEMA's even showed up yet. They got Red Cross and stuff out there. It was pretty bad, guys. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. We don't get those here. We just don't get that kind of thing. That's looking cute, right? Now I'm gonna let me put the belly things in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I gotta figure out how to do some glasses with this little. Should I let this dry and try doing it with a pen? I don't think I got a black pen. I got on my list of art supplies, I have one black, I don't even know where it is. I have one black one, I have none left. My husband was legally blind, so we couldn't see nothing. So we used to get free black markers there from the low vision clinic. I never bought any. Well, now I can't find any. I had one left, I don't know where it is, but a little pen would probably work better on this. It's not dry yet. Oh. Let's try doing the glasses in black first. Let me see. They're not really round, they're kind of squarish, but we can do them any way we want. So your life can change in 5 minutes, boy. Oof. She said she was in the back doing the orientation on one of the new employees, and she wasn't really paying attention to her phone. She heard somebody say something, she heard a loud noise, and then her phone went off, and next thing you know, pandemonium. And she's the manager, so she's running around trying to get everybody where they gotta be. She did, I guess they said they're thrilled about the way she handled everything, so I'm very proud of her. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a problem when you are an owner or a manager. So it must be nice. No, it's not nice sometimes. Sometimes it's not nice. Well, that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna leave it like that. That works for me. Kind of cool looking glasses. Came out pretty cool, huh? So then I'm gonna make the mouth. So how's that saying go? I quit my job so I wouldn't have to work as much, and I work more. That's what happens when you're self-employed. But you like it, so it's okay. Look, and he's so cute. All right, we're gonna do some arms. He's just adorable. It's cute. So I did the black and white. For the arms. I just kind of did a little funky, nothing special. I love Snowman. I love Snowman. We did a little snow in the bottom or whatever. Oh, some black in there, but that's okay. That's okay. Happy accidents are the best. Bob Ross will tell you, was alive. Alright, so we're a little pink in there too, I think, a little more color. So we're good. Got another one done. Now, I don't know what, you could probably put anything you want inside, but he is so freaking cute. Little hula hoop skirt. So now we got two. What did I do last week? I did that, and the week before I did the flamingo, which was okay. These are cute. I'm gonna post these. They're really good. I post a lot. So, yeah. All right. So, I want to do a list. I have an art list or art supplies list on Amazon. You put art by Diana Myers supply list. And that's where I think I'm gonna put some of these books that I got. They're all Amazon books, but this newest one we're reading out of is called Everything is Figure Outable. And it's all art related. I mean, it's about a lot of other things, but a lot of it will apply to, you know, the rules of the road and trying to learn things and having some inspiration and self-confidence and all that happy horse crap, right? Even on the best of days, it's hard to work up some happiness. It is some days. All right, so guys, so I will see you next week. Make sure you send me some. I think we're gonna call the Christmas in July. Anybody that posts in this group and puts something on there, even Christmas Day, I don't care what it is, we'll put in for a prize. There's just a few, then they'll get prizes. And then the card one will have it to me by the 31st of the month. And I'll either send you another card or some artwork. If there's a bunch of people, which I doubt, I'll probably pull. But if there's just a few, I'll send you something. So yeah. Alright guys, so I'm gonna call it a day and go find some food. And you guys have a great afternoon. And I hope you find inspiration wherever you go. And I want to thank you for being here and make great art. Alright guys, I'll see you later.